guys? Bringing you another of my spooky season, um, just recommendations, stuff that I like, stuff that you might not think to watch most years or ever. This one, a lot of people might hate me on, but you gotta remember, I'm not as old as a lot of these guys on here. I'll be 30 in a few, but I'm not as old as everybody else, so the movies I like will be different. I do like a lot of that older stuff, but I do like a lot of the weird, early 2000s. I get a kick out of it. I enjoy the fuck out of it. But this one ain't horror. This one, for some people, might just be spooky. So if you enjoy it, let me know, because I fucking love this one. I watch this probably twice a year, and people might think I'm nuts. But I've always enjoyed it, and me and my fiance go nuts for... There's actually only two, and then they made a couple other ones, but Scooby-Doo, the movie with Freddie Prinze, Sarah Michelle, Matthew Lillard, like everyone's in this. Even Linda Cardellini, like everyone's in this. The cast is great. I feel like where they made the issue was making it so geared toward kids. I feel like if they made this PG-13 and some of the other stuff they could have done just a little bit more, have a little bit more lenient, it could have really this could have been awesome. But them having to keep it that PG to, I feel like they thought that that's how they could make more money, or because, Scooby-Doo being a cartoon is a little more geared toward kids, when realistically, when I think about it, most people who I know who watch Scooby-Doo aren't kids. They're usually, my age or older. But I have always loved this. I love the whole going to Spooky Island, the ending, the parties, the ghosts at the beginning. So great seeing these costumes put to life. As much as I know most people do enjoy the second one more because it's got a little bit more of everything, and even the comedy is a little better, I do love this, and I go back to it all the time. And I know a lot of people who have a problem, with this movie, but I think, because from what I know, Matthew Lillard, in any type of, even the cartoons, he still plays the voice of Shaggy. But I don't think he did it for the Scoob one that came out a few years back that I didn't really care for. Or, they've had a couple of those live action ones that just didn't sit well. And I think that this one was way overlooked by a lot of people because it was that first, live action Scooby-Doo that we got, or live action stuff like that from, high end, IPs and things that, they were finally turning into different ideas and into these live action movies, and it suffered from that. Whereas if you look back through the years, you'd realize that this isn't one of the really bad ones. It's a middle of the pack, because there are some really bad things that they did with flipping over to live action. But I'll tell you, it's fun, it's goofy, it's out there. It's I can remember, the trailers, and pretty sure this came out in the summer of '02. I was 6, 7, 8 years old at the time, so I was prime for this when it was coming out. The Nickelodeon commercials were wild for it, so I feel like I have that nostalgia mixed. But if you haven't seen it, mix it into your holidays. It's got the spooky aspect. It's Scooby-Doo. It's a mystery. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And if you have, and you either like it or don't like it, comment down below. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the rhythm. It's that time of the year, and opinions are opinions. Everyone's got an opinion, and I like to hear them. That's why I love movies. Everyone's got a different idea of how they look at things. And something like this, very controversial. I might have people say, worst movie ever. And I don't care. That's your opinion. I enjoy it. And let me tell you, check it out if you haven't. give it a try, especially, if you got kitties, you want something different just to throw on. This is a fun one, and I've always loved it. I got the Blu-ray. This is, I think, the highest form you can get of this one. It's the nicest looking version you can get of Scooby-Doo, and I think they have a 2-pack with Monsters Unleashed and this available. You probably get it on Amazon for cheap, but definitely check it out. And comment, like, subscribe, and I love you guys. Have a good one.